So guess who's got 2 thumbs, most of a head cold, and a computer that crashed during the boss fight? Old Uncle Brickroad. We're going back to Octor Freud here. And not fall in the hole this time. We actually want to stay as cutie through most of this fight. This is probably the easiest of the 3 boss fights in the game. You really only have to watch out for his tentacles, and that's basically it. And I think the tentacles actually follow a distinct pattern. Like, you could memorize where the tentacles are going to go, so just always know where the safest platform is going to be. Maybe that's not the case, though. I always just try to read his movements and work from there. Boop. We just got to do that 3 times. That's it. And really, we're only going to change to Punky if we need to stand on a ledge that is invisible. We took a whack there. That might have been a good place to switch polarities. Or not. I love how the boss has just a harpoon in his head. Because of course he does. It means we're not the first cats on the block who had a bone to pick with Octor Freud. Ooh, okay. I thought we were going to land on one of the invisible platforms there, but nope. Wow, I don't think I should have survived that. I think that was miraculous. And that should about do it for Octor Freud here. Boom. So yeah, definitely a case where Cutie is the hero of the day. No gems from that boss, though. And 2 stars, which the game's not going to give me credit for, because why would it, you know? Why would it? It just doesn't. It just, I don't know if there's a bug or something, but at one point it gave me credit for those stars, and now it's not anymore. So we got 10 levels in World 3 here. I don't know why there's not the same number of levels in each world. They do 6 levels, then 7, then 10. Fluffy Cloud Mountain with the haunted house and the lava river there. That's our next level. Oh, I guess the enemies are just called Demowls because they're demons and also owls. So now we have bubble times. The bubble is, I mean, it's just what it looks like. It's a mechanic where you just float upward. And if you touch anything, you pop. Which is no good for anybody. And I do feel like the game goes a little overboard with the bubble levels sometimes. I do feel like we don't need quite as many bubble sections as the game gives us. But I kind of feel like we didn't need bubble sections at all, honestly. We've also got these clouds. I don't know if we've had clouds in a previous level before, but Punky Giana falls through them like this, and if Cutie lands on them, they lightning strike, which deals damage, and that's not fun. So we do not want to be standing on them for any length of time with either of the Giana Sisters. Oh, we barely made that jump, and we almost died for our... Never mind, we did. We did die. No, we're fine. We're fine. There was a platform down there. That was an uncharacteristically friendly fall for Giana Sisters. Oh, I've been trying to get this video recorded all week, but as I mentioned, I had a head cold, and it's been conspiring all week to make it difficult to talk. So this might not be my most talkative video ever, and for that I do apologize. But man, a couple days ago I didn't have any voice at all. I couldn't talk whatsoever. It was not going to happen. But it does mean I haven't been able to stream all week. And I'm falling way behind on my recording. And there is a solid object there that popped my balloon. Usually if I'm sick, I just did it again. Usually if I'm sick and I need to do some recording, I just try to pretend like I'm not sick. You know what I mean? I just try to pretend like I know what I'm doing with my life. Which is obviously, I mean, clearly a lie. Clearly. But yeah, no, this week my throat's been killing me. And I haven't been able to talk. That's the problem, is my voice has been going in and out all week. I don't know if you can still hear it or not. I just decided it was too long, and if I wait much longer than this to record the next episode of Giana Sisters, I was gonna lose my groove, you know? Because you play a game for a little while, you kind of get into a groove, right? And if you lose that groove... I missed a gem because I switched prematurely. Whew! Ooh, that guy got real spikety up ends. Yeah, if you lose your groove, you kind of have to start over from the beginning. You know, like, you sit down and play Mario 3 for the first time in 10 years, you're like, man, I ain't played this game in a minute. I don't even remember if I know how to play it. Then you die a lot. But then, after an hour or so, your groove comes back, right? You get back into the groove. You can play you some Mario 3 without embarrassing yourself. That wasn't a bad level. I missed basically all of the everythings, though. I have been trying to keep a steady stream of hot tea going down into my face. Really helps with the sore throat. But I did a test play of Giana Sisters. I played on stream, and that was a couple weeks ago. And even that couple weeks coming back to it, I was out of the groove. So I had to do, not a complete test play, just a quick run through the last couple levels in the game to get my bearings back. And that was 5 or 6 days ago, and so now I'm like, hey, you know what, if I'm sick and I don't play this game at all this week, I'm going to be out of my groove and I have to redo the test play again. And doing test plays is already obnoxious, you know. I think I missed my boat there. No, you know what, we're fine. We good. We ice climbers now, actually. This is the ice climbers part of the level. What was the name of this level? Emerald Cliffs or some such? We will try to grab all these gems here. Hey, there's a thing up there. Let's go up. Ah, them were spikes. Why did I switch? The thing was, I knew I had to dash up there. I knew I had to switch to Punky. But my brain was not registering that dashing would automatically switch me to Punky. See? This is what I'm talking about. Just a few days I'm out of the groove here. That was a turtlefish. Probably literally called a turfish. Or a fertile in this game. I don't know. I don't know anything about anything in this game. Let's just stay as Punky in this scene. So we don't have turfish jumping up here. Barely made it back alive. All that way just for a big gem. But you know what they say in certain parts of Europe. A big gem is its own reward. I don't know if they say that in certain parts of Europe. South America, I'm sure of. Why did I... Oh, I thought I could grab that wall, but I couldn't. And now I'm sad, because I lost my... bubble shield. Just checking to see if there's anything up there. Oh, I see. We're going through the solid walls now. Level's getting more and more tricksy on me by the moment. I would say that these first couple levels in World 3 hit exactly the right level of difficulty this game needs to be at. I really enjoy these first few levels of World 3. Because they're starting to get really, really dangerous with the tricks. But not so dangerous that it becomes like trial and error. Some of the late game levels really do rub up against that trial and error gameplay style a little more than I would like. In a game, a platformer like this, with this many checkpoints, I don't think trial and error is a bad thing necessarily. It's just not my jam, you know? I really prefer games to not have that trial and error aspect to it. Well, we're going to go down, because we see more gems down here. And I'm glad I did. We got the big gem. Oh, that was the wrong button. I just wanted to switch to Punky. I didn't want to actually... Okay, that's fine. We'll just ride the elevator down. I was hoping to sneak down by that frog, but I guess we had to kill him. One more frog and one more pinwheel. Yeah, here's the frog here. My platform's getting a little overpopulated now. That's fine, we made it. See, it's not that trial and error is a bad thing, necessarily. How are we going to get down here? I guess we don't. Oh, that pinwheel came out of nowhere. I guess it didn't come out of nowhere. I guess it was on screen the whole time and I just should have been paying attention. I mean, anybody who's been watching my channel for a while knows I don't really like the trial and error gameplay, because you watch my Castlevania series where I learned to play Castlevania and hated basically every moment of it. Oh, damn it. I almost made it. I wasn't 100% sure where I was jumping to. So I guess we're seeing a little bit of the trial and error gameplay in this level here, right? Just a bit. Nothing too super severe. There we go. Hup, hup. And we made it. Okay. And even Castlevania, I made it more difficult on myself than I really needed to. I missed my turtle. Because I was trying to go for a 1cc clear. Which I guess in Giana Sisters isn't really a thing. Well, I guess it would be. I could try to get through uber hardcore mode or something. That's it? That's all that was down here. 4 gems. Gotcha. Oh, we're spinning now, though. We have scenes now where we have to manage jumps in midair better. Really? That killed me? I'm sad about that. Because you'll see what we have to do is attack monsters in midair to regain our jumps, essentially. To cross long pits. Let's punky this part. Clouds mean punky. That's the goal here. Oh, I guess we can't. Can we go down here? Yes, we can. Ooh, a Twalaporter. I guess this is probably just going to lead to the big gem, eh? If I had to guess. If I had to venture a guess, I would say this just goes off to the big gem. And the other thing about these last few levels in the game is you really got to be on point with your switching mechanics. You really have to take advantage of the fact that you can switch with a jump instead of the switch button. which is why that one button for both jumps control scheme, even though it seems more efficient at first glance, is actually way, way more difficult. I mean, it makes the game unbelievably more difficult. It's amazing. The first time I played this game versus the second time I went back and played it, the level of ease with which I got through some of these levels, because I decided to use 2 jump buttons. I think the hardest challenge in the game by far is the last boss of the game. And I made him 3 times harder on myself by having a single jump button. The first time I played. I want these. Come back.
Shoutouts to LSR for sponsoring this video, and to everybody who helps make my channel possible by supporting me on Patreon.